And welcome back to the Metal Mixtape, dude. That was Tranquil with Blinded by Fate. Super sick song, super awesome band from England. My friend Alistair sent us that song, and it was super awesome. And of course, in the beginning of the video of the whole show, you heard the song Andromeda by Lion Within, who we're live with right now here on the Metal Mixtape. What is up, Zach and Jonathan?
What's up, Omar? How you doing?
What's up, Omar?
What's up, dude? So for the listeners out there who don't know who the Metal Mixtape is, we are a show out of Ashland, Oregon. We do interviews, we do reviews, we play live music. It doesn't matter if we have 100 likes or 1,000 likes. We play you. If we see you rocking out, we see you working hard as a musician, we want to support you. And we are here interviewing you guys.
Oh, yeah, man. We appreciate it.
And if you haven't met my awesome co-host,
What's up, guys?
this is Captain Manhattan back here.
How's it going, Captain Manhattan?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. So,
what'd you guys think of old Andromeda?
oh, dude, it was sick. It's funny because when you said Andromeda, it reminded me of an anime I watched it that came out in the 80s called Saint Seiya. And one of the fighters is named Andromeda.
All right, on.
Oh, no, watch it. It's so dope, dude. You'll be like, this is even sicker of a song now, dude.
Yeah. If we try to sync it up as a music video, that'd be kind of dope.
For sure, dude.
Definitely.
So, dude, line within us. For the fans out there, for the millions and billions of fans around the world, we have more listeners than Joe Rogan. He just kicked the crap out of what is it, Neil Young off of Spotify. He's not on there anymore, but he can't kick us off. He ain't that big. No, he's small.
Also, he cares about taking himself off Spotify.
Yeah. So, dude, line within us. For the fans that don't know about you guys, please introduce yourselves. Tell us the positions in the bands that you play, and tell us a little bit about your band.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead and start.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having us. So, I think line within us, we're starting off, and Zach and I have known each other for years. I think going on 20 years now. We've been playing music in and out of bands, and just growing up and learning how to play guitar. I mean, his dad actually started to teach me how to play guitar back when I was like 11 years old or something like that. So we go way back, and really Line Within Us is really just a culmination and of all those years put together, and writing music and all the different music we've been playing over the years. And really all we're really wanting to do is share that with everybody, right? So Zach plays guitar, I play guitar, so a little bit of lead here, a little bit of rhythm there. We kind of switch off, and we're working with different musicians to at least put out our album that is self-titled, coming out on February 20th. And we're working with Jason LeBaron from Deadford, Denver. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. It's awesome. He's actually producing for us and singing for us on the album, and we're working with a few friends to fill in. So we're actually building out the band right now. We're working on getting Jason on board as a permanent member, but we'll see how it goes. But that's really the gist of it.
That's awesome. Let's say Zach, if nobody's ever heard your band before, how would you describe to them how you guys sound and your first impression?
I feel like we're a mix of like the early 2000s metalcore scene with the newer death metal genre coming into it. We're older guys, so we grew up in a different era than it is now, but I think we have a good mix of solid breakdowns, solid solos. You can definitely tell our influences are coming from, Pantera, Metallica, to Born of Osiris, Thy Art Is Murder, to Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, all that stuff. It's just kind of a mix of everything.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. And yeah, it's definitely crazy. A lot of like the metal getting played right now. It's so many extended range guitars now. The tuning is so low, you don't even know there's a string there anymore. Oh,
yeah.
No, but I agree, man. It's like my era of music was the metalcore era between like 2001 and 2006 when when Joffer Cowboy was on fire, As I Lay
Yeah.
Dying was on fire, Between the Bear and Me was on fire, you know. Trivium came out with Ascendancy and blew everybody's mind, and then Avenged Sevenfold came out with City of Evil and blew the world's mind. You know what I mean? You know, like that. Like, dude, my first show ever was Ozfest 2004, and like every popular metalcore band was on that, you know, on that slate. And no, I definitely hear a lot of that in your influences, and I also hear the modern influences as well, because like you said, like right now, like what's really popular, you know, what's going on is kind of like, you know, what Born of Osiris is doing, Polyphia, Lorna Shore, Left to Suffer. You know, it's all about like, it's all really like rhythmic, you know, like stuff, like music you guys can really push yourselves. So before you guys release a song, like what do you guys do? Like do you guys have like people listen in that you really care about their opinions? Do you guys like try to like play it out of like before you release something out to the world, like what's your guys' final take on doing that?
All right. So for me, before me and Jonathan got together, I kind of wrote a few songs for Line Within Us and put them out myself. And for me, there was always a couple people that I sent the songs to that have been there since the beginning. And two of them being, you know, Mitchell Hernandez and Anthony Thomas, one of our good friends that we went to high school with. Every time I would write something, and this is since the beginning, I would make sure they would hear it, you know, to see what they think. But for the most part, it's just kind of like, well, if they heard it and they liked it, okay, it's going out. Let's put it out. For me, I mean, Jonathan is probably a lot different, but for me personally, it was like, once those two guys heard the song, they said, dude, it's dope, kicks ass. Okay, let's put it out so everybody else can hear it.
What's your take on that, Jonathan?
I mean, for me, I think I could be a little bit more anal about the situation. At heart, I feel like I'm an engineer at heart, and I like to get into frequencies and peaks and, you know, things like that. So for me, it's like, number one, you know what I'd like? I'd love for somebody that didn't listen to kind of like heavy metal, right? If that they could like the song, or like, hey, I like this part of the song, and their favorite kind of music is like, you know, Doja Cat or something like that. Like, I want people like that to be able to, so whatever the music is, I want it to be, and like kind of we're talking about like with all these bands like Animals as Leaders and things like that, it's really rhythmic, it's dope. Like, I wish I could play like Tosin Abasi, right? But I can't, right? But what I can do and I really want to do is something that somebody can listen to in any kind of genre and say, yeah, I like this song because it's malleable, it's digestible, like I can actually listen to it and remember it and have a favorite part of the song and not just be kind of like noise put together, right? For me,
Yeah.
to me, it's all musical, but since some people it's not, so I want it to be at least some part of our music to be able to, you know, attract a lot of different kind of people, and whether it be vocals or a guitar line or just a drum beat, whatever it may be, like I want it to be like perfect. So I run it past several people, and I'll listen to it on my iPhone, I'll listen to it on my computer, on my headphones, like just making sure that it sounds good before we put it out there.
Dude, that's pretty awesome, dude. So, you know, I want to talk a little bit about, you know, your band name. It's called Line Within Us. When you guys are like writing lyrics, do you guys ever correlate it with your band name? And also, second part of the question, why the band name?
So I'll answer that first part about the lyrics, and I'll let you answer the part about Line Within Us, Zach. But really, I would say that we want our lyrics to have some meaning, right, to it. And our album that's coming out, I actually had the honor to write most of the lyrics for the album, and our producer wrote some of the other songs, but I would say I wrote about 70% of the lyrics. And I would say that, yeah, there's definitely some tie to the name Line Within Us being more like, you know, what's inside us, what's burning inside of us, that we want to put it out to the world. A lot of the music is written, and I think with most people that are writing lyrics, right, it just depends on what you're going through at the time and things you're listening to and influences. So yeah, I would say there's a lot of positive messages in our music, but it's really just case by case every song. So definitely, Zach, I'll let you answer the other part.
For the name, basically, it's just I feel like there is a lot of people out here that are trapped in their artistic abilities and their creativity. They feel like they're trapped and they can't let this out. So for me, Line Within Us is just getting that shit out, going with it. You know what I mean? Releasing whatever it is, whether it be music, whether it be painting, whether it be anything that is creative, just let it out. Go for it, man. I mean, you're the only one stopping yourselves. So, and you know, we've been playing music for a long time. We kind of, for many years, we didn't talk to each other, nothing. And then something just happened where it led me and Jonathan back together. And like, I feel like this is it. You know, we have to do this. It's now or never. You know, we've spent so many years kind of letting the whole life thing, the job, the family, stuff like that, kind of put our music on the back burner. And I think we're in position now to where we can actually do something with this. And it just seemed to fit.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
I love that answer. Like, you know, just kind of let it out. Don't let yourself stop yourself.
No, that's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's like what's his face? What's his name? Olds.
Oh, Stanley.
No, I know what's his actual name.
Oh, Shia.
Shia LaBeouf. It's like Shia LaBeouf says, just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
It's no, hey, I 100% agree with that, man. You know, if you read a lot into psychology, they say that like, what is it, like 80% of life is negotiable. You know, it's the way you present yourself and the way you talk about yourself that goes into the world. So if you believe in yourself and believe what you're doing, it actually reflects in your everyday life.
Yep.
You know, and you know,
Exactly.
and especially now with social media, it's even, I know I could say, I was talking about this earlier at my work. I was saying that, like, with social media, it's even harder because, you know, it's constantly putting you there to compare yourself to other musicians. And it's just, you know, it's different now, you know, like back in the day, you know, back in the day, you literally had to go to a show to see what a band sounded like and how they look like. Nowadays, you can know the person's diet before they even go to their show.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I remember playing, you know, in one of our first bands, you know, we used to record, you know, crappy 5-song demos on a CD, and that's what we did. You know, we went out there and handed out CDs and stuff. But like you were saying, with social media now, you know, everybody knows what you're doing and knows every part of your life, you know. So it's just, now's the time. You know, with technology the way it is, there ain't no reason to be held back. I mean, you can get your music out there, you can get your art out there, you can get your you know, merchandise out there, whatever you're doing. Now is the time to do it because it's that social media platform is making it that much easier, especially with music. You know, being able to put it on Spotify, Apple Music with a distributor for $20 a year or whatever, and then they put it out there for you, and then you just collect the royalty. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
No, absolutely. So I'll take this next question to Jonathan. So I know you guys are talking about how, like, you know, you spent years apart, and now that the timing's all right, you guys are like creating this awesome music and really pursuing what you guys want to pursue. What kind of plans do you guys have for 2022 now that shows are beginning to open up?
Yeah, so for us, right, I think the biggest thing is February 20th, right? We're releasing our first self-titled album, which is, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, you know, putting into that, right? Time and, you know, a lot of, you know, going through it. And so I think that's the first step, right? And then what we'd like to do is really start filling out the roster, right? Like we talked about, Jason LeBaron from Denver. We'd love him to join. And, you know, we've got a few people on you know, in queue right now. We got a bass player from a really good band that's local. I won't say his name. But in any case, I think we really need to fill out the roster. I think that's going to be the primary goal. And we're not far from that, right? We're right there. We've got the people in line. And then from there, we would like to hit the local scene, I think. And given that Zach lives in Wyoming, I live in San Francisco, right? We have some opportunities there, right? In between or in San Francisco, do a little bit of travel, get some shows, some small shows, but we would love to piggyback off any of the bigger shows that are happening in our area. So I would say right now, number one goal is get this album out, promote it, get people to listen to it. I don't think Zach, I think Zach hit probably agree here that we're not really chasing a monetary gain or anything like that. I think for us it's just like you said, Zach, like we just want to put out some music and play for people. I mean, we've been, stuck in the Oldsmobile driving 3 hours in the fog, and we got some friends that contested that we did that when we were, younger. But, now I think it is the time, and the time is right to go and hit some shows and do it the right way. We've got better gear now, and we can make it happen. So I would say those are kind of our short-term goals. Long-term, obviously would love to get on a record label and share our music that way with larger distribution and opportunities to share with larger masses.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and you know what? It's really smart to get all that content ready before you do any shows, because the last thing you want to do is play a show and somebody be like, "Where can I hear it?" And you'd be like, it's kind of like in the mix, and like right. So that way, like immediately you guys just come out with like full firepower, and that's awesome, dude. That's really cool that you guys are so far apart, but you're still able to, communicate. And like, Zach was saying with like technology, like you really have no excuse, and you guys are literally able to record remotely from your area, which is super sick, man. And that's definitely got to be a challenge though, with the whole traveling and all that. I would say you guys are probably trying to plan your shows properly,
Yeah, definitely. We got with our work schedules and stuff, we kind of get together when we can, but for the most part, I'll record something here, send it to him, he'll add to it, or record something where he's at and send it back. But we definitely do try to get together. Like I said, I mean, when we first started writing the album, we went to Salt Lake City for 3 days and knocked out a bunch. I mean, it was awesome. And that was the first time we got together in 10 years. And then we just decided, we're going to do this. And we went to Salt Lake City and knocked out a bunch of songs. It was crazy, man. It's like it was meant to be.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, dude, we're getting towards the end of our interview. So to end the interview, we're going to do a bunch of fun questions, and then we'll end it with you guys telling us where they can find your beautiful music. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, Josh.
I guess I'm ready.
The one.
The one?
Yeah.
All right. I guess if you're a pro wrestler, hypothetically speaking, and you need to come up with your own signature move, what's it going to be?
What was it? Well, a signature move for what?
Hypothetically speaking, you're a pro wrestler and you need to come up with your own signature move. So what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
So I'll answer it. I've always loved. I got it. I love the Hardy Boys. That was my crew. So I would say just double ladders, off ladder, somersault off ladder onto a table.
Yes.
That's like whatever they did, do it double. That's my signature move right there.
We're talking Hardys. You got to put like two to four tables.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I love it. Love it.
I love that. Great answer, Jonathan. What about you, Zach?
I would kind of do a rendition of the mandible claw from Mankind. Maybe with the whole fist. Instead of the whole fist.
Has anybody ever done the mandible foot?
Oh, there you go.
It's got to violate like a number of health codes.
All right. This for both of you guys, but I'll start with Zach. If you could choose your death, but it had to be from a villain in a horror movie or anime, who would you choose to kill you, and how would they kill you?
Ooh, good one.
I'm gonna say Chucky, just right across the throat, man. Because you'd be like, man, this dude is too big to be dying from a little doll. But that's the way as I'm going, man. Chucky, right across the throat, man.
I love it. He's one of our most popular answers we get frequently. I've noticed.
Yeah, we get a lot of Chuckies.
I just think it would be funny because how big I am.
How about you, Jonathan? If you could choose your death by a villain in an anime or horror movie, who would it be and how would they do it?
It'd probably be Freddy Krueger. That way I won't be awake for it, but it'll be like a dream. And I could summon like a sword to fight him off, and I end up dying. But at least in that process, I'll have a machine, I'll summon it like a machine gun on my back and just and then I'll die, but I won't, anyway. So in my dreams, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, All right, sounds good. For our final question, we'll start it off with you, Jonathan. If you only had one weapon to destroy the zombie apocalypse, besides the nuke or the cure, what would you choose?
All right, you guys ever play a game called Gears of War? You know what
Yeah.
Oh,
that is? So you remember
Yeah,
that
I
torque
played
bow?
some like PS3.
So there's this cool weapon called a torque bow, which is essentially like a crossbow, but when you shoot it out, like it sticks in something and explodes. I love that weapon. If that was real, I would love to use a torque bow from Gears of War. That's
Great
my weapon.
answer.
All right.
Yeah.
You're the first torque bow.
I can roll with that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Zach?
so I would go back to Gears of War. That was a game me and Jonathan played a lot. But I'm using the Hammer of Dawn, which is
Oh
just this
yeah.
machine that uses the sun, creates a laser, and just destroys everything, and then you just move around, and it just kills everything. The Hammer
That's
of
pretty
Dawn.
hardcore, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, Zach and Jonathan, thank you so much for being on the Metal Mixtape. We are talking to Line Within Us from San Francisco, Wyoming. You guys are just amazing. For the fans out there that want to find your music, where can they find you?
Well, we're up on Spotify, Apple Music. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Lines Within Us. Yeah, we're out there. And February 20th, self-titled, 10 new tracks. We're excited.
Sweet, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jonathan, any final shout outs to anybody before we let you guys go? We'll do both of you guys.
You know what? I have to go with Anthony and Mitchell. They were there with us when we were, 17, 16 years old, going to shows. And, I talked about driving in the fog, 3 hours away. They came with us, right? We didn't get paid anything to do it, but they were there with us and hanging out. And, they must have been more people on stage than in the crowd. And they were part of that. So, yeah, shout out to Mitchell and Anthony.
I love it.
So for me, my dad for giving me the talents he did. My wife, of course, for allowing me to play music. And everybody who's been supporting, man, we really appreciate it. It's been pretty awesome.
Well, Zach and Jonathan, Line Within Us, thank you so much for being on the Metal Mixtape. If you missed this interview, go check out their Instagram and also check out my YouTube, which will be airing it tomorrow night. So, Jonathan and Zach, thank you so much for being on the Metal Mixtape.
Good night, guys.
Later, brothers.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Later. Peace. I'm going to end this. I'm ending it. Leave meeting.
All right. Cool. Thanks for everybody for sticking around for our live stream. Appreciate you guys. Before we sign out, is there any questions that we missed?
So it sounds like they already played the songs they were going to play. So if, like you said, tomorrow he'll have the interview up on YouTube, on the Metal Mixtapes YouTube channel. So you can go hear the new songs. Since we didn't tell you what songs are going to play, Jonathan can go ahead and tell you now.
For which one? Sorry.
Well, we put 2 new songs that they're going to play on the radio show.
Yeah.
So just let everybody know what they're called. And
yeah. So the first one's called Andromeda, and the second one's called Tragedy, My Brother. Zach and I both had a part in both of those songs, and we're really stoked about them and excited for them. So yeah, check out that link, kskq.org, and you guys can hear those songs there.
Yep, and then also on the Metal Mixtape YouTube tomorrow night, he'll post the video of the interview. We appreciate everybody for coming out. It's good to hang out with you guys. It's been a long time. We appreciate all the kind words, and we're stoked. February 20th, it's going to be crazy. Our first album, which is insane. I mean, I've been talking about writing an album for probably 20 years. It's finally happening. We also have a couple surprises. I don't know. We might have to wait on that, but it's going to be good, man.
Yeah, actually, it'd be good for everyone to know we're actually releasing some guitar playthroughs that we had professionally done, and we're going to be releasing now Andromeda and another song called Tear Down the Crown. Yeah, just please follow us on Instagram. You guys will know when it's coming out. You can listen to it there. Tell us it's good, tell us it's bad, or whatever it is. We just wanted to share with everybody, so excited about that.
We're real excited. So again, thank you. We love you guys. We appreciate it.
All right, guys.
It's cool. And we'll be trying to go live more often too to stay in touch with everybody. But we appreciate
Thanks, everybody.
it. Have a good night.